Okay, so I kind of lied to you in the title. I said I would show you how to get 3 clients, but the truth is with this strategy alone, it could be the strategy that gets you thousands of clients. This could be your main client flowing tap that you turn on, without ads, without followers, and without having to sell your horse's kidney. My name is Ben, and I am here to assist certified health specialists build a client-ready business for free without the tech overwhelm, without the marketing burnout, and with 95% profit margins. Before this, I worked behind the scenes at Facebook, many brands, and many public figures, mapping out complex business systems into clear, simple, and profitable systems that actually work. At the end of this video, you're going to know the full breakdown of this strategy. I'm going to break it down step by step for you and how you can implement it into your own business for free so that you can turn on the tap to flow clients into your business, as well as share some bonuses with you at the end. So stay tuned. By the way, these strategies can be used across all different health businesses, including other industries as well, since it's not just the strategies, but it's the core systems and philosophical systems that large companies use as well. So I like to explain it as the tap and sink method. The tap being your traffic sources, in other words, the taps you install to flow clients into your business. And then the traffic system, the sink, is the sink that you install to capture those people and turn them into paid customers. So the goal in any business that you run is to turn on as many taps as possible, point them towards your sink or your system so that you're setting yourself up in a position where you can actually fulfill your duties that you trained as instead of going out there trying to chase your next client and becoming a slave to your business. So I'm going to be talking about the first strategy here. It will be the partnership strategy, and more specifically, the Facebook group partnerships. So the idea is very simple. You find Facebook groups that are related but not direct competition to your service. The emphasis is on not direct competition. You then provide value. This could be in the sense of a free session or some sort of freebie, and you provide that to the group admins so that they can share it with their audience. In doing so, you make the group admin look good, as well as providing value towards their audience. And then finally, you convert those free sessions or the people that opted in for your freebie to clients, and you give a commission of those sales to the admin. So it's a win-win-win situation. The benefits of this is that not only do you make the group admin look good, but you're also getting in contact with people who may be interested in your product indirectly. You can then convert those people into paid customers, and at the same time you're building a relationship with the admin, and then over time you could even become a recurring guest inside the business where they point their traffic towards you. So it's a great way to network, a great way to find clients, and a great way to do it where you don't feel like a salesman going knocking on doors, trying to find clients and convert them and beg them and honestly pester them into buying your service. It is far easier to sell to someone who is a warm audience rather than reaching out to them cold. There's already a trust factor there that the group admin has created. And like I mentioned in the beginning, this could be the strategy that you grow and scale your entire business alone with. And it's a strategy that is very commonly practiced across the industry, but just not spoken about often enough, or at least shown how to do it. And that's what I'm going to cover here. Okay, so the first step in this is to find a non-competitive Facebook group. So you want to find groups where your ideal clients are, but where you're not directly competing with the admin. So look for groups that have at least 500 plus members. So I have a couple examples here that I'm going to go through. So in the nutrition and metabolic health industry, instead of searching for nutritionist groups where you know all your other competitors are going to be trying to sell their plans, instead of searching for that, rather search for competitive triathletes, cyclists and marathon runners, or even golf, tennis, or country club groups. And if you're in the sleep and recovery optimization industry, instead of searching for groups where people are suffering with sleep, you could rather search indirect groups like parenting groups for kids with ADHD or autism, truck drivers or long-haul workers, or even international pilots and flight attendant communities. Those people have irregular sleep patterns, and you'll find that you'll be able to stand out in those groups rather than getting swallowed by your competition. And it will work because these groups already have a pressing need or related interest, but they are not being bombarded with solutions yet. And just to show you practically how to do this, if you come to your Facebook, just go to the search tab, then search a non-related but indirect group. For example, cyclists in Berlin. I also recommend putting in your city at the end of it just so that you could start local. It's far easier to connect with people locally than it is all across the world, but it's also not impossible. I'll use the example that I'm a nutritionist trying to sell one of my plans. So I would search cyclists in Berlin. Then I'll look for groups that have around 500 plus members. So I'm going to click on it and I can see that this one is already fairly active. So it's a really good start. The next step will be to set up a tracking system, because there is no point in doing this if you're not going to track it in some sort of way. And if you're wanting to run a business where you have 95% profit margins and you're setting it up where it can run without you, you need to track. So the best recommended system in the world is High Level at the moment, and I'm going to show you how to track inside their pipelines. So what I'm going to do is come back to my group. I'm going to go to people and I'm going to look for the admin. So you'll see right at the top here, it is Ishay V. Summer. I'm going to copy his name, and then you're going to go to your pipeline. You can do this in Google Sheets or whatever system that you use. I recommend High Level. It is the most versatile and ranked the best in the world. And I'll leave some templates at the end for you. So if I come over to opportunities, I'm going to come to my pipeline. In this case, I split it up between my client journey pipeline and my partnership pipeline. The client journey pipeline is the place where customers will end up going into, but I want to track my partnerships here and not get that confused with people that are paying me. So to do that, I'm going to come over to partnerships, click on it, and I'll see that I have all these different columns here. So possible Facebook and Instagram partner, LinkedIn partner, TikTok, YouTube, podcast, and it goes on. What I want to do is create a contact card under the respective column. So then later on, when I reach out to them, I can then drag them to the next column to make sure that I'm on top of my outreach system without having to waste so much time and forgetting it all and restarting. So to do that, I'm going to come up to add opportunity and I'm going to add the person's name. So in this case, it was Ishay. So I don't have his primary email or his phone number, but I'm going to make sure that he's under the correct stage. So possible Facebook or Instagram partner. And then once I'm happy, I'm going to click on create, and you'll see that his contact card is now populated here. Later on, I'm going to show you how you can just drag and drop this over to the next columns to keep the order of your outreach. So the next step is to partner with the group owners. So you want to find the group admin, and then you want to send them a personal message, and that could look something like this, where you're saying, hey admin name, I've been in your group for a while now and I love what you've built. I help, then insert your specific audience with your specific solution. And I'd love to offer something valuable to your group 100% free. I'd be happy to offer X amount of free, and then enter your service, sessions to your members, no strings attached, just pure value to help them. If anybody wants to continue working with me afterward, I'd love to set up a profit sharing agreement where you get a percentage of all sales. This way, your group gets free value and we both benefit if members choose to go deeper. Would this be something you're open to? A message like this is so simple. It doesn't feel salesy or in your face, and you're giving them an option to potentially partner with you. So if the contacted admin says yes, then go over back to your tracking sheet after you've sent the message, and then just move them to active partnership. If you're still in conversation with them, then just drag it over to conversation started, and then later on move it over. If the admin did not respond to you, then just give it a few days before you message again. I would say message around 3 to 5 times before giving up entirely or moving on to the next group admin. So let's say the group admin approves, you've moved them over to active partnership. Now what? What could they say to the group? What message can you give them? And how can you market yourself and draw people in? So you can send a message that looks like this, where the admin will then post, and I recommend that they pin this post to the group for people that come in later. So they can send a message like this that says, exclusive for group name members, free sessions. Hey everyone, I'm always looking for ways to bring more value to this group, and I've got something special for you. Ben is a sleep optimization specialist who has helped people with X, and for a limited time, Ben is offering 10 free optimization sessions to group members. What you'll get in this free session is, then you'll name 3 things included, and then say spots are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. And if you're serious about fixing your sleep schedule, grab a spot now, and then you want to insert your booking link at the bottom. So if you're in your high level system that I recommend, you can just go over to your calendars and then grab your free calendar. In this case, it's my free 30-minute discovery call. Click on share, copy your link, just to show you what it will look like. Once they click on the link, it will look just like this, where they can then book, insert the information, and then schedule the meeting. So you want to take that link and paste it in here, and send the script off to the admin so that they can post it inside their group. And then the final step is very simple. It's just converting those free sessions into paid clients now. To do that, you're just going to have a normal conversation with them and discover their pain points, and then position yourself as an authority to help solve them. Once they see that value with you and they trust you and they see that you're actually able to help them and they got a taste of what to expect from that free session, they're most likely going to sign up to you. And if they don't, you can even offer them an incentive or a discount to get started. Like I said at the beginning of this video, my goal is to help specialists pretty much automate the entire system and keep it where their margins are above 95%. So the way I do this for this strategy is to share a sign-up calendar with the admin. Then once they fill in this information here, that will automatically go into your client journey pipeline. So in my case, my client journey example pipeline looks like this. Click on client journey pipeline, and then they will be populated into here once they book an appointment automatically. And then in doing so, an appointment reminder automation is triggered behind the scenes in the automation field, which is down here. It will send them a reminder to show up to their appointment, and if they don't, it will still send them an opportunity to reschedule. If you are comfortable with the system that you're currently using, then try and recreate the strategy inside of that so that you can then turn on the first tab and flow customers to your sync, which will then convert people into paid customers. All right, there you have it. If you are a health specialist and you want a simple client-ready business with 95% profit margins, and you're tired of tech headaches and all this marketing information telling you what to do, pulling you in all directions, and they're just not working, then again, check out Biohack Bookings. All the information there is free. And if you sign up to the system that I mentioned in the video, I will even take you step by step through the most affordable system to get your business launched in 14 days, as well as support you throughout this entire procedure. Great, so if this episode made sense to you, click subscribe so that you can catch the next tap strategy and how to turn it on for your business. If you have any questions, please let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one.